Hey now, good morning. Clem Hawkins here, having a little thought about comedy and a bit and a couple of bits. And I was going to run in and write it down because it's fucking brilliant, but I was like, oh wait, I got my phone right here. So, howdy, how y'all doing? Really had a lot of fun this morning doing lisdexic tweets. And I was thinking about a bit, and the timing I think would go something like this. So it's true. I've done I did mushrooms once, and I know what you're saying. You did mushrooms way more than once, and it's true. It's my first mushroom experience. Honest goodness, was Burning Man '98. I had my tent eaten me. I'm not kidding you. It was so I couldn't figure out the zipper. I was great until I was like, oh, I should go back and change, and something says, no, don't do it, and oh, you'll feel so much better, and it'll be fun. And so I went back, and by the time I got into the fucking tent, I couldn't find the flashlight, and all the colors just fucking lit up. There were drums going on one side over here, and lights fucking everywhere. By the time I figured out how to open the zipper, it was the next fucking day. It was crazy, dude. And for the next 2-3 days, I just didn't go back to my tent because I was afraid it was going to eat me. It wouldn't spit me out the second time. And the other probably best mushroom story is the last time that I ate a half ounce of mushrooms. I'm not saying it's the last time I ate mushrooms. I'm just saying it's the last time I'm eating a half ounce of mushrooms. But long and the short of it is, that mushroom experience, that was a Joshua tree. That was so crazy. Once again, my tent ate me. It got cold. I crawled in there, and let's just put it this way, dude. Mushrooms are intense. I had another time with the mushrooms, and true story. I found out that the mushroom gods don't like the alcohol gods, especially Jim and Jack. I was living in Santa Cruz working at this tofu factory, and down at the bottom of the hill by 5 Mile store was this strip mall like thing, really tiny little strip mall. But there's a tie-dye shop in there, and there's this fella I met at the coffee shop, Bruce, that had a band, like old hippie, Grateful Dead kind of trippy band. And they'd always have their practices there. The whole thing was he used to practice up at his house, and his neighbors kept complaining and calling the cops. And when you're living in Northern California, you don't want the police called and coming up to your property for any reason. So he had his band practice down there, and as a cool old dude, because he was a construction guy, he had tons of money, he hooked it up. So these hippie ladies had a job selling tie-dyes and making tie-dyes. But at night we would get our jam on, get our drink on, and just party in the back. And it was fun. But one night I had forgotten, like 3 weeks before, I asked one of the guys to get me some mushrooms. And he's just like, oh, remember what you asked me? I got those mushrooms. I'm like, yeah? He's like, yeah. I was like, do you think I should eat them now? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, I live right up the hill. I'm going to be home before they kick in, right? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I eat them, and we'd been drinking booze. Beers are fine, but man, alcohol, like whiskey, and so anyway, I get back up to the house and get in the room, and it's just something about doors and mushrooms for me, I guess, that just they get closed, because once again I couldn't figure out how to get the door open. I'm assuming because I woke up and my head just hurt, and there's this huge hole next to the door where my head was, because I was trying to climb through the wall. And then I figured out the problem was I kept pushing the door. I wasn't pulling the door. You see what I'm saying? You just got to let the door open. That's my mushroom story. That's my time. Thanks, y'all. Talk at you soon. Gonna go get some more coffee. Say hi, Elvis. Say mahalo. He's like, dude, lay the bed down, let me eat my breakfast.